How your immune system transforms over time on a plant-based diet. Not overnight, not magically, but measurably. Most people think immunity is about boosting, vitamin C, zinc, something quick when someone in the house gets sick. And yes, those things can play a role, but here's the better question. Is immunity something you spike for a moment, or something you build over time? When you look at the research, a pattern starts to emerge. It's not about a sudden boost, it's about gradual resilience. Let's break down what actually changes. First, the short term. Within days to weeks of shifting toward a whole food, plant-forward pattern, fruits, vegetables, legumes, whole grains, inflammatory markers often begin to decline. We're talking about measurable markers like C-reactive protein. Why? Not because plants are magical, but because you're reducing constant inflammatory triggers. Ultra-processed foods, refined sugars, excess saturated fats. When that background inflammation lowers, your immune system isn't constantly reacting. It can regulate more efficiently. That's step one, reduce the noise. But here's where it gets interesting. About 70% of your immune system is associated with your gut. That's not marketing, that's immunology. When you increase fiber, especially diverse plant fibers, your gut microbiome shifts. More beneficial bacteria grow. They produce compounds like short-chain fatty acids, including butyrate. And butyrate plays a direct role in immune regulation. It strengthens the gut barrier. It helps train immune cells not to overreact. It supports balanced responses. So instead of boosting your immune system, you're educating it. And that happens over weeks to months. Now let's address a common concern. You need animal protein for immunity. Here's the evidence-based clarification. You need adequate protein. Antibodies are made from amino acids. Immune cells rely on protein. But adequacy does not require a specific animal source. Legumes, lentils, tofu, whole grains, nuts, seeds. When intake is sufficient and varied, essential amino acids are covered. Your immune system responds to nutrients, not labels. And once protein needs are met, overall dietary pattern matters more. Now zoom out even further. Long-term, plant-forward dietary patterns are associated in multiple studies with lower chronic inflammation and better metabolic health. And that matters because immunity isn't just about fighting infections, it's about regulation. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is linked to cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and other inflammatory conditions. So the transformation isn't just about getting through cold season, it's about shifting your body's inflammatory baseline over years. If you're a parent, that reframes everything. Resilience doesn't mean your kids never get sick, it means they recover efficiently. It means fewer complications. It means a system that's balanced instead of constantly inflamed. So here's the timeline in simple terms. Week 1. Inflammatory load begins to decline. Month 1. Microbiome shifts begin influencing immune regulation. Long-term, metabolic stability and lower chronic inflammation support systemic resilience. This isn't about quick fixes, it's about architecture. Supplements can fill gaps, but dietary patterns build the structure. And when you understand that, you stop chasing boosts and start building resilience.